Hey, my beautiful followers. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing it is a dreary Saturday, or not Saturday, it is a dreary day. It's a dreary Wednesday. I'm all like snuggled up in one of my favorite sweatshirts. It's just cold and dreary, but it has definitely been a good morning. Got to laugh and joke with a friend and yeah, it's just been a good morning. It's just been a good morning. And so today, as I was getting washed and dressed and ready for my day, like I always do, I was just kind of thinking about my world and some of the messages. And I've been doing some really deep personal work, as any coach should be doing. I've been doing some deep personal work, but even more than I usually am consistently doing. I've been really, really dove deep lately. As I see my clients needing this next level me. And so that means that I have to do my work. I have to look within self. And so, like I said, as I was getting ready, I was just thinking through many, many different things. And I came upon, a couple days ago, I received some feedback. And the feedback was kind of confirmed today from somebody. But I received some feedback about how somebody views me. Somebody in my world views me. And at first I was like, that's not true. I totally went into ego. I was like went into ego. And then I did like some spirally stuff just internally of like, that's not true. And then I had this moment of like, wanted to cry. Like, really? Is that how I'm seen? And just like, and it all happened actually relatively quickly. But it was this knife to the gut. And I had to sit and think, and I was like, wow, why was that to hear this feedback from, actually it ended up being two people. Why was that so gut-wrenching? People actually close to me. And I went, why? And really it was because I trust these two people and their viewpoints. Not every single thing, but their viewpoints overall. And so it really got me stirring in my mind and I've always held this opinion, and it is not a popular opinion. We like in our world, especially in the spiritual community, to go fuck other people, their opinions, their thoughts. It doesn't matter what other people think of us. We love to go, it doesn't matter what other people think of us. And I am here to say I believe that's total bullshit. Now, before I get down this rabbit hole too much, I want to say there is your opinion of self, your viewpoint of your life, your alignment, your soul calling always comes first. It is always above other people's opinions, viewpoints, feedback, always, okay? It is you. That is you. That is your life. It is the way that you need to live it. However, again, our spiritual community and just in general, it's like you shouldn't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. And I think that is bullshit. I think that is so egotistical when we really step into, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care about other people's viewpoints, feedback. Why? Why do I think this? Why am I sharing this with you? Because when we dismiss other people's viewpoints of us, we truly don't get a full picture of ourselves. We never get a full picture of ourselves and how we're being perceived, how we're truly being perceived, and how we're presenting to the world. So the fact is, and the feedback I got was not that I wasn't loving. But I am going to use this. If I got that feedback of like, you're just not loving, I might internally go, well, no, but I'm always working to try to be loving towards others. You know, I'm trying to come from my heart. But other people's perceptions, I can be doing a little thing that is tweaking other people. And it's more of a broad thing, but that I won't see. And so maybe me not looking somebody in the eye is perceived by others as not loving, not caring about another person. And again, that's an example. It wasn't what kind of got brought to my attention, because I'm still processing that. So I get to keep that private for right now, but it is definitely this outsider view that we don't get to see of ourselves. And if we truly want to make an impact on other people's lives, it is important to know how we are perceived, how we're presenting ourselves, because our view of self is backed by all our own bullshit. It's backed by all the things going on in our lives, all the things going on in our heads, our foundation points. And so it is important to look and hear other people's feedback. Where the issue is in this is that when other people's opinions of you become more important than your own opinion of self, that is hot water. And that is what most people live in. But I see this other side, especially as we get into especially within this beautiful spiritual community that is trying to grow self and really focus in on being selfish in a like taking care of self kind of way, not self-centered, but in a taking care of self kind of way. I see this like you should only care what you think kind of perspective. And while we get into other people's opinions way too much, oftentimes we care too much about what other people are thinking, there is the other end of that spectrum of when we start to not care what other people's opinions and viewpoints are of us and our life, we lose a little bit of our perspective. There is a way to stay connected to self and go, yeah, that doesn't fit with me. That doesn't fit. And still hear someone's viewpoint and go, okay, that's coming from their stuff. That's coming from their alignment. That's coming from their foundation. However, if you consistently are getting the same feedback, to just consistently go, well, fuck them, it doesn't matter, and have this wall, you are cutting yourself off from your own growth and expansion. And in truth, if you get feedback and it really stirs you, and it stirs you more than a like, why would they say that kind of way, but it really stirs you, oftentimes there's something to learn from that. There is something to see in that. And growth to be had. I am somebody who believes that, like, yes, you should be paying attention to what your opinion of your life and yourself is the most. Like, that should be top. However, if we do not allow the flow of our teachers, which are the people in our life, the relationships in our life, we definitely shut down a massive, huge piece of our growth. We have people in our lives to help us grow, help us expand. Now, sometimes people will give you feedback and you'll be like, that just doesn't resonate with me. That doesn't resonate with me. And that's okay. I'm not saying everything that somebody tells you, whether they are close to you or not close to you, should become a piece of you and be like, oh, I'm obviously doing this. You need to filter it through your core. But if something really stirs, you have to go, why is this stirring me? Why is this causing this frustration in me, or this sadness in me, or this fear, or this anger, whatever is coming up. And if you're consistently getting the same feedback, why are you getting that feedback? Maybe it is time to listen to other people's perspectives. Maybe it is time to filter it through your world. And at the end of the day, you don't have to change anything because of somebody else's opinion. But when we totally shut it off and we go, I'm not willing to hear you, then we do shut down a piece of our growth. If you have people that are very close to you in your life and you trust their opinions, you trust their perspectives, to just go, oh, that opinion, that perspective, that feedback is stirring me, so I'm just not going to listen to it. You're basically, you're hating on your own perspective of this person, because if you truly do trust and rely on somebody else in your world and you really do trust all their other feedback, why would you suddenly negate this just because it stirred you? Why would you suddenly be like, that's bullshit? Now, it's not about taking it on. It's not about taking other people's perspectives and feedback on. Again, we want to stay centered within self. It is just about opening our awareness and allowing ourselves to see maybe where we're not perceiving ourselves completely. I come from a very psychological background. I was a therapist for years, which many of you know. That's kind of how I started in my career, was like 3 master's degrees, therapist, like very clinical. And we do this thing, we learn about this thing called the Johari's window, and it's a thing that there is this space where we see what others don't see. Then there's this space where others see what we don't see, and this is what we're focusing in on today. Then there's the things that everybody sees, that I see, you see, we all see. And then there's those pieces of our personality that I don't see and you don't see of me. And so all 4 windows are important, and they all deserve to be looked at. They all deserve to be given a chance to learn from. And so when others give us feedback, it is important to listen to it, not take it on, not be like this is a burden, not be like I have to do what this person is saying or I need to make changes because of this person, but to at least hear it and go, is that true? Is that true? And if I don't feel like it's true, why is it being perceived in that way? What maybe could I be presenting? I think when we do the screw everybody else kind of attitude, in some ways this helps us because so many of us are slaves to what other people think. However, it also gives us the opportunity, if we're doing it in a truly, I'm learning and I'm gonna just hold your opinion and I'm gonna like sift and I'm gonna look and I'm gonna get very Virgo, as I am. I'm going to get very Virgo about it. When we approach it from that space of, okay, you're bringing me something, you're bringing me a lesson, a learning here. You know, I don't have to take it on, but there's something here for me to learn, for me to see. Maybe it's I get to see something in you, and maybe it's something I get to see within me. But there is something to learn in that. And so when we negate that because we want to go like, it's all about us as spiritual people, like it doesn't matter what other people think, what ends up happening is we really do shut off so much of our learning, so much of our growth and our expansion. We are connected beings, and we are here to learn from each other, with each other, expand together. And so when we are an island of one, we shut down our expansion. We shut down our growth, we shut down our beauty and our ability to love. So again, we're not taking on other people's opinions as far as allowing them to run our lives. They are definitely second to our own alignment. However, it is about actually giving space for others in our world to bring us our lessons. So I think I got my message across to you guys today. Thanks for everybody jumping on. There are so many people on today, so thanks for everybody jumping on. Give me the love heart showers. I love it. I love it. So if you want to, I have some in-person workshops happening in the DFW area, so if you want to work with me in a workshop capacity, then head over to addisonbell.net and you can register for one of my events. Kendall Williams' events are also on there since I support her workshops, so you can go and get registered for one of those. Outside of that, if you want to work with me one-on-one, head over to addisonbell.net again and can fill out my consultation application. And outside of that, I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Go grab that fire within. Go grab that fire within. It's 2021, and it is time for you to step into you and find your own fire, whatever that might be. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.